everybody. My name is Claire and I am the owner, founder, and creator of Puff Wellness. I wanted to get on here and pull cards for the elements for this new moon in Gemini on June the 10th. This video specifically is going to be for my air signs, so Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So please make sure to like, share, and subscribe so that you can stay updated when I post new content, okay? Specifically for my air signs, if this message resonates with you, that's great. But if it does not resonate with you, it's not your message, okay? So without further ado, I want to go ahead and get started. I think going into this, there are two levels of confidence. Either we're very confident or we're not feeling very confident when starting something new. Five of Swords in reverse might be you either leaving that conflict or having inner conflict. I think some of you guys are not feeling very confident or having inner conflict about a situation that you may have just left. It could have been like something that might have been emotionally draining. Could have been with somebody who you thought was somebody you could look up to, who was maybe a good role model. It could be within a relationship. It could just be more so of an authority figure or somebody you just like looked up to, and you're recognizing that. I think what you're doing is you're recognizing that that knowledge or that experience that you had with them was not the end destination of your own personal journey. It was more so to help you move, to help you again go further than that, if that makes sense. I want to say that this is something it ran its course, if that makes sense. This type of connection ran its course. It was one of those things that was meant to end because it had served its purpose in your life, and you were right to move on from it. It may be hard now, but I feel like it was the right decision. I see for you with this Eight of Cups, you may still be crying over that spilled milk. You may still be kind of harping on what could have been done better. What I always say is that you don't need to sit there and worry about the ending or how things ended. You pay more attention to how things were and what like signs popped up to show you when it was time to let go and move on. Because I think that's what solidifies or makes you feel more confident about your decision. Don't pay attention to the ending, even if it may have been a hard ending, even if it may have not been what you've planned. Knight of Pentacles with this High Priestess. I feel like either you may feel betrayed or that other person may have felt betrayed, just because, again, you were so excited about, how do I say? You may feel betrayed because you felt like this was maybe a sure thing and a thing that was forever. But I think that intuitively you may have known that it was something that you needed to let go of in order to move on to better, or just move on, period. You gotta let go and choose to let go of these experiences and or be present in experiences so that you're not holding on to them when they're supposed to end, okay? For my Geminis, yeah, let's go. I highly suggest that we kind of maybe take some space, because this situation may have taken a bit of a toll on you. It seems like you are focusing on what was lost. I highly recommend that you don't internalize or make it like you, how, again, like I'm saying, however it ended was how it was supposed to end in order for you to move on. You can't always sit there and focus or control how an ending goes, whether it's good or whether it's not what you expect, whether it's this huge blow up or whether it's something that's really like calm or like calm, you know? But I think that I feel like you're overthinking it, and what you're doing is you're paying attention sort of to the ending rather than the experience that you had, because that's where the lesson is to help you move forward, okay? For my Libras, it's really important that you don't call them back to you, okay? It's really important that you, I always say, like, wrap your mind around the fact that they may be gone and that it may be over. And it's really important that you allow things to be done, if that makes sense. I think that for you, it is really important, especially during this retrograde season, that if you know it's done, don't reach out. Stop reaching back out. Okay? I think that, you, with this like 5 of Cups, and I see like what's standing out to me is this skull with the maze. I feel like you're having a hard time, again, wrapping your mind around how it ended or how things went. And it's, I have to say stop reaching out, because it's really not that other person's responsibility to help you get a grip over this ending. You have to understand that other people need to heal too. When there is an ending between two connections, you have to allow that other person to heal or to move on as well. You can't keep pulling them back in because you're confused about the ending. You know what I'm saying? You got to let things be what they are. Stop reaching out. Okay? For my Aquariuses, so I feel like what may be happening is that it's not that you're having a hard time opening up your heart. It's having a hard time maybe wrapping your mind around somebody who offered you their heart, or potentially like emotional situation. What I love about Aquarius is that they have this knack of being able to, it's not necessarily like understand emotions, but be able to, I guess, organize it in a way, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, organize it in a way. What happens sometimes is that in those moments where you may be looking at things objectively, you miss the connections. You miss the connection that comes with like the emotion about the situation. So say you may be able, how do I say? You may be doing your part in, like, say, for example, you may be doing your part in the relationship, like, texting, like, say, okay, I need to text them every day, or, oh, I need to call them every day, or, oh, I need to, do this, that, and the third in order to make them, to let them know that I care about them, when what you may have been giving wasn't something that you weren't speaking like their love language, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, you weren't speaking like the love language that resonates with them. You were speaking your language based off of like the experiences that you have, but you might not have been like listening to like the emotion. If that, does that make sense? But I have a feeling that you're kind of like having a hard time sort of like understanding that and kind of coming up with a stable answer as to why this ending happened. You got to understand that, one, it's probably going to, I feel like what's going to happen is that you might be met with a situation where you're going to gain that understanding. It's not saying that you're going to be over here being punished or anything like that. It's just so that you have a better way of acknowledging. Again, I've been saying this for air signs, understanding and acknowledging the language of emotions, because it's very intricate. You guys have gotten very far, but I feel like there might be something in your past, or you might be thinking about an ending and being like, what happened? If that makes sense. But trust, you are going to be like put in a situation where you may feel or be in the same situation as that other person, so that you can get a better understanding of what may have happened, okay? But that doesn't mean you have to like go back. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand that, you know, things are gone, things are dead, things are, you don't have to go back in order to understand it. When you move forward, you're going to be able to understand it, because lessons always come back around. It doesn't have to always be with the same person, though, if that makes sense. So ultimately, for my air signs, what we're entering into, especially with this Jupiter retrograde in Pisces coming up, and this Neptune, I believe, that's in Pisces as well, that's going retrograde. A lot of like those subconscious, a lot of like those emotional, kind of like the underbelly of everything is going to be like coming up, and with this abundance of emotion that's going to be around you, I feel like you're going to be subject to understanding a lot, like just kind of like a lot of it, if that makes sense. But right now, it's really important that you let go of those endings, because you are going to get this with this Six of Wands and the Sun. You are going to finally get this. When you finally come out of this moon Knight of Cups, that might be very like confusing. You don't understand why everybody's upset with you. You don't understand why you're feeling your own feelings. It really is, it's going to make sense in the end, okay? So just go through it and learn the lessons, and do what you need to do in order to get out of that, okay? Or in order to get through this lesson in this period of time, okay? You're doing great, all right? I love you guys, and I will see you guys soon, okay? Bye.